Being an introvert and being popular just don't seem like two things that can go together. How does one get to be popular when they are always keeping to themselves? Impossible, right? No, it isn't. Not by any stretch. It is very possible to be an introvert and popular at the same time, and in this video, I shall share the top 5 tips on how to do that. Number 5. Be generous. Generosity is a positive attribute that naturally gets people to like you. It doesn't have to be with money. You can always lend a helping hand or do some stuff for people. This doesn't have to get in the way of your introverted nature. In fact, when an introvert is a generous person, they tend to make a more lasting impression on people than when an extrovert is generous. Here's why. People expect extroverts to be generous, so it's often nothing special to them. But when an introvert helps them, they feel special, even with only the thought that someone came out of their shell to help them. As such, being generous while an introvert has a strong multiplier effect in boosting popularity. Number 4. Compliment others often. A common misconception about introverts is that they are generally stuck-up snobs who dislike people. Otherwise, why would they keep to themselves all the time? This is also a reason why introverts are not often popular. You can play on this misconception by deliberately being positive during the few times you interact with others. Also, be liberal with praise and compliments. You don't have to be fawning and effusive, just a single well-timed compliment can go a long way in enhancing how people regard you. They even feel more flattered when the praise comes from an introvert rather than from an extrovert, as they feel more special and thus even like you more, making you very popular. Number 3. Show some enthusiasm when necessary. Part of the stereotype against introverts is that they have all the passion and enthusiasm of a dead fish. No one likes cold dead fish for company. The way to play on this stereotype and turn it to your advantage is to show more enthusiasm on occasion. Note, not only to be enthusiastic, but to also show it. Hand and facial gestures and other signs of interest can come in handy, even if you don't often hang out with people. When it's necessary that you do, show interest. At first, people will be a bit surprised. Then they will become very appreciative that an introvert is actually interested enough in what they are doing as to be enthusiastic about it. Unexpected behavior makes a more lasting impression in people's minds than expected ones. This makes you very likable and in turn popular. Number 2. Show a strong sense of self-confidence and comportment. The thing that tends to reduce the popularity of introverts is that people can regard them as painfully shy, or wallflowers, which in their thinking is why introverts avoid social interactions. You can play on this to your advantage by exuding a strong sense of confidence, comportment, and inner strength. Being clear and decisive when you need to is one way of doing this. In the process, you become a more attractive personality, and people will try hard to be associated with you. That makes you very popular. Number 1. Accept your introverted nature. This may seem like something of a paradox. Isn't accepting your introverted nature counterintuitive when trying to become more popular? It isn't. The thing is this. If you do not accept your inner nature, you will come off as clumsy and awkward in your attempts to be popular. This is because you will totally be going against your own nature, and that in turn can be very confusing for you. Rather, accept your introverted nature, then look at how to play to your advantages as earlier highlighted here. Also, confidence, something that can make you very popular, comes from recognizing and accepting your inner self. Are there other ways you think an introvert could possibly become more popular? Do let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to show some love by liking this video and subscribing for more great content.